Good evening all. Thanks for joining. I'm audible.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Yeah. Any questions in the previous session about elastic load balancer? No questions? Thank you. So let's continue the session. The concept is auto scaling. The concept is auto scaling. So let's talk about one of the important scenario. As we discussed, we have a load balancer. Okay. So this is application load balancer. This application load balancer, which is connecting to a target group. That means this target group it has a number of instances. Suppose the instance 1 and instance 2 both are connected with the target group. Right. This is instance. And this is also instance. That means server. Suppose if user is connecting to the website, the particular website which is pointed to the load balancer. Then load balancer already have a target group. The request will be forwarded to target group. Which are the instances are freely available? The request will be handled by the particular instance, so that the users suppose they're able to get connected the application and they can view this application from this website. So well and good. So absolutely, this setup is absolutely good. We don't have any problem in that. So this application example, this is a one. This is application, right? If this application, which is connected by more number of users, unexpectedly, more number of users are connected unexpectedly. So these requests also is forwarded to application load balancer. Application load balancer put more load on these particular instances in the target group. Okay. Just give me a minute. Back. So this type of unexpected traffic, it creates a more load. It creates a more load on this server. Okay, more load. If you're giving more load to the server, the instance is nothing but server, right? Server slowly it utilizes the server. It is slowly utilize the more than 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95% of CPU and memory consumption on the server. CPU and RAM will be utilized on the particular server. So it it touches the 100% utilization on both servers. 100% utilization on the both servers. The server is unresponsive state. The server will be unresponsive state. So what are the sessions are getting connected? Slowly, one by one, all of sudden, all the session will get stopped. So here we have a 100%. We have a 100% downtime happened in this situation. 100% downtime happened in this situation. So this situation we can call it as 9/11 situation. 9/11 situation. Okay. So do you know what is meaning of 9/11? Do you know what is meaning of 9/11?
91.1%.
No. 108 means what?
America
108
emergency number.
emergency. Yeah, in India, 108 is emergency. If it is in abroad. Okay. So this is called emergency. Okay. 9/11. So a single number, it's connected to the police, it's connected to the fire, and it's connected to the medical. So actually in US, this culture they'll follow. But in India, we have separate number. 100 for police. Okay. Medical. So 108. Fire station. I don't know. I don't know the number. Okay. So especially this is the 9/11 situation. So in IT, we call this 9/11 situation. So most of the companies, when creating the load balancer, accessing applications from the users, unexpected load cannot be handled and they're receiving this 100% downtime. The 100% downtime causes a 100% revenue outage. Okay. And they're unable to handle the situation. Really. So, but what is the solution? But what is a solution? That's a very, very important. We need to discuss now. What is a solution for this type of situation or environment? Okay, maybe you can tell that, maybe you can raise a question. Bro, I already have a web server. I have already web server. So I created own web server like a topiconline.com. Okay, kartikonline.com, Johnny 24/7 services.com. So I have a website, but I never faced this kind of situation. Yes. Absolutely, you are correct. But such a big application services from the web delivery, like e-commerce sites, they're getting this kind of situations. Nowadays, most of the businesses are related to e-commerce business. They are earning the business, earning the revenue through web. Nowadays, you can take like many applications, Zomato, Swiggy, Mintra. These people are frequently they're attracting the customers, they're doing the sales. So continuously they improve their business, they put more offers on the social media. People are trying to watch in different platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google Ads, different area with the digital media, marketing, and print and web media. So the people are more attracting to noting down that particular time. The people are all of sudden they'll be logging in the time to accessing the page and utility eagerly waiting for that. So during the situation, you don't know what is the expected users count will be getting connected. So really, that is a unexpected situation. Really unexpected situation. Okay, are you clear? So to handle this type of situation, we need a we need a such a wonderful technology feature is needed. That feature we called as the solution. Okay, the solution for this problem, we have a solution which is called okay auto scaling. So what this situation I need to handle with auto scaling. If you are implementing the auto scaling, whenever users count is high, the application load balancer will talk to the target group and distributing the load on the instances. The automatic load balancer, the application load balancer, which will connect it to, okay. There is a service name called, is a service name called auto scaling. This auto scaling, okay, this auto scaling, it's communicating to, it's communicating to target group, target group based on the auto scaling policies are available. Okay, based on auto scaling policies are available. Okay, auto scaling policies are available. Auto scaling, okay, and auto scale out. Scale in, scale out policies are there. Whenever users are getting high, it will go with a scaling, increasing the number of instances. Increasing the number of instances. When user is reducing in the connecting of application, it will scale out. It will reduce the number of servers, and finally it maintains the minimum load, minimum number of servers, minimum maximum, and medium. So these three type of situation they can handle with this auto scale in and scale out policy. But whenever scale in and scale out, scale in, we need to create a server. Scale out, we need to delete. So deletion is very simple. When you're creating scale in, okay, scale in, especially scale in, hmm, especially scale in, which will get communicating to, there is a service name called custom, okay, AMI, custom AMI. It will get communicated here. So what are the AMI you prepared? So what are the AMI you prepared? Okay, these AMI will get created instances in the target group. Scale in, it creates a server. Scale out, the servers will get deleted. So this job will be continuously deleting, continuously creating, continuously deleting, continuously creating based on the user's load. You don't want to take care of anything. And once you set up this, okay, once you set up this, absolutely your environment will be very safe and you can do whatever you work. So guys, now I'm going to start the lab part. So now everybody, can you please give your feedback? The concept is everything is clear. Any confusions? You can please talk to me one by one. No questions. Good. Okay. So because of this is one of the big configuration. Okay, huge configuration. We are going to do that. So next 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, so completely you can pay attention. Okay, so that you will be understand very clearly this concept. So
Sir,
to set up all this environment, so first we need a custom AMI is there. Yesterday session, we already created custom AMI. Am I right? We are going to use that custom AMI. We are going to create auto scaling. We are going to create application load balancer. We are going to create a target group. So then setup will get finished. Okay. Yeah, Johnny,
Rajesh,
you can start your question.
right?
Johnny, something you're asking. Please go ahead.
Sir, we have a custom AMI. We are launching the instant on any availability zone, sir, using auto
Okay.
scaling.
So while using the auto scaling here, we will create some groups. So yesterday when you're creating automatic, application load balancer, it is asking the subnets. I have selected
Yes,
two
sir.
subnets, subnet 1A and 1B. So that
Yes,
means
sir. Yes.
equally distributing between the availability zones.
Instances.
You don't
Okay,
want
sir.
to
Okay.
select that. If you select that availability zones, automatically it will create it. You don't worry about it.
Okay, sir.
Good question. Good question, right? Because if you are creating all instances one availability zone, if that availability zone is down, okay, if that availability zone is down, so what is the redundancy? 100% downtime, right? So that is not good.
Yes.
So we need to distributing the load to the data center to data center. That means availability zone to availability zone.
Okay, sir, but the availability zones are isolated in, so you can.
Yeah, availability zones are isolated in ground. Yes, separate data centers. In Hyderabad, different
We have two
separate
availability
area
zones.
data centers are created. Each data center will be connecting to other data center nearly 80 kilometers to 100 kilometers. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Tawfiq,
Okay.
you can please ask your question.
Yeah, while auto scaling, the instances are added, okay, in the process. So I want to know, can't we increase the CPU and RAM capacity?
Why we need to increase that? So that's I told you, no, in the yesterday session, horizontal scaling and vertical scaling. In vertical scaling, at maximum level, once it is reached, that is a maximum count. Again, we need to create one more server. Instead of that, you can create n number of servers based on your load. And once the sessions are reduced, automatically removing the servers, right?
Okay, there are no issues of licensing of servers and
You don't bother about
also.
the licensing cost because of when we are giving an operating system. So the operating system will get communicating to the license server. License server will give the license for that operating system. Obviously, license will consume. If it is a Windows, if it's a Linux, we don't require Linux operating Linux license, right? It's a freeware.
Yeah.
Rajesh, Rajesh, see,
Yes, please.
we are creating instance on one particular zone. Like yesterday, we created Mumbai, and that did not work. Then we tried Singapore, right?
No. That's a problem with three availability zones. It has some problem. So I have selected two availability zone. I fix the problem. So
Okay.
yesterday only I solved that problem in
And
that
now
video.
in this auto scaling,
Mm.
if we are creating this setup on one particular zone,
Mhm.
and then we are enabling the other two zones, do
No.
we
While
have
you're
to have a
creating at least a
similar setup?
minimum two availability zones is required.
Okay. Do
Minimum
we
two.
have to have a same setup on the second zone as well?
No, not like that. Let me clear. So whenever we creating the servers, minimum two servers means one server will create in one availability zone, another server will be creating in another availability zone, distributing the load. Data center to
Uh,
data center, instance to instance, network to network, like that they'll be creating.
okay. So instance are there on different zones, created on different
Yes, instance are created in the different zones in the regions, in the same regions.
in the same region. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
target group is created and added all this to one group.
All the missions are created in the different availability zones, but target group is single group.
Single group with all
Yeah,
these missions.
yeah.
Okay.
So shall we start now? So
Yes.
going back, EC2 console, AMI is there. So this is our AMI. So no problem. Now we are going to auto scaling. You can see this minimum desired capacity, scale in, scale out, maximum and minimum. You can set up that. Creating auto scaling. So ASG auto scaling group. So Windows 2019 web app I'm creating. Now I need a launch template. Okay, what is meaning of launch template? So without template, I would not able to create the auto scaling. So what is meaning of launch template? So before that, you need to understand. Before that, you need to understand. First, we'll create what is meaning of launch template in Amazon EC2? Okay, launch template ante first మనం తెలుసుకోవాలి ఏంటి అనేది. So in that left side under the instances, we have a launch template is there. Right now there is no launch templates. So AMI is there. By using the AMI, you can create instance. Even if it is a launch templates also, if it is available from that launch template also you can create instance. But what is the difference it is? If it is an AMI, when you're creating a new instances, okay, when you're creating a new instances, you need to select the storage, network, key pair, everything you need to select by manual. Only the image you will get. But launch configuration template, even those settings also you can permanently you can store on single unit file. That's called launch template. You can deploy an instance in a single click. In a single click. So I'll show you guys, don't worry. So most of the people, they're getting confusing in the custom AMI launch configurations. Most of the interviews, I will I will put this question to my candidates. If it is answered, so then definitely one question I'll answer. I'll ask that. If that person is able to answer it, at least I'll give you 5 to 8% of the interview selection. 5 to 8%. I'm not expecting every candidate should be expert in all the services. Okay. Everybody is not a super dancer, right? So maybe a dancer, a side dancer, maybe backside dancer. Maybe he is not a that much of stage performer or maybe stunning performer. Same way, at least the person should have an idea what is the purpose of Amazon instance AMI we are using, Amazon launch template we are using, that you need to know about it. So now I'm going to AMI here. When I select this AMI, go to launch instance. From this AMI, it will ask the name, it will ask the OS image type and instance type, key pair, network settings, and storage configuration. Everything it is asking and how many missions you want. But in the launch configuration, if you're trying to create, everything should be permanently, it will fixed until you change. Next time when you're creating an instance, within a single click you can create. So I'll show you first launch configuration, how to do that. Okay. Any questions? Now, launch configuration, job entry, Windows 2019 web app I'm giving. Description also put the same name. Hey, are you using auto scaling guidance? You can select this if you want. And you need to select the which operating system is needed. So I'm going to my AMI owned by me. This is a AMI. I'm going to select. And now what is the instance type means? I need to select T2 micro. Key pairs do not include in this launch template. And network settings, I need to select 1A. Okay. Maybe all the missions you wants to create it. Maybe if you want that, add another machines you want that, you can select that and use existing security group is a default security group I have selected. And if you want multiple availability zones also, if required, you can select like this. Okay. Now I'm selecting in 1 year only. Now you don't want to make any changes here. Storage by default, it's a 30 GB only. That's it. Finally, I click create a launch template. Something is missing here. Okay, I think I'll be selecting this option. Create a launch configuration template. So go to view, the launch configuration template is ready. Suppose I'm creating a new instance from this launch configuration template. You can see here, create a launch template. You can give the, sorry. I'm very sorry for that. So I'm selecting this instance, launch configuration, go to action, launch instance from the template. There's an option is that click here and all the information, everything is default. Don't make any changes. Just how many servers you want. Example, I need a 2 servers. That's it. You need to click launch instance. OK, the key pair, proceed without key pair, you can select and launch it. That's it. You don't want to make any changes. Go to view templates and go to instances. Now 2 machines are creating now. So once after the machine is created, you can check that the page is working or not. So that's the beauty of launch configuration. Everybody's understand now what is the difference between AMI and launch configuration?
So it automatically takes the configuration of the instance which we have selected, right?
Yeah,
and
that's
then
correct.
creates a template of the entire configuration, then allows you to create an instance with that template.
Yes.
So if we, you said we can, until this modify on the template, like if I go ahead and modify thing on the actual instant, does that automatically take update on the template?
Can you repeat your question?
Okay, now I am creating this template with respect to one of the instant, BUJMUM 2016 AD. So I go and modify certain things on this particular instant.
So
Will that,
whatever the instance you created from the template, right?
yeah, that get updated, or do I
No,
have
it
to
will not
recreate
update it.
an instant?
It will update from the template to instance, but even that also only if your changes are made, then you converting that AMI into launch configuration template. From the template, if you're creating a new instance, then we'll update. Otherwise, is every concept is individual, right? It will not update. It will not sync to template to instance, instance to template, AMI to template. It's not working.
It will not. Okay.
Okay, now servers are created. Now can select this, copy this, and you can check this. It's working fine. Yeah. Perfect. And next server, copy, and you can paste here. And you need to check that. Done. These 2 servers I'm going to deleting now. I don't want that. Now I'm going to auto scaling, create auto scaling group, ASG, job entry, web app. So now launch configuration, I'm selecting all the settings I'm getting here. Next, network, VPC, and how many availability zones you want to part of this change, you can select here 1A, 1B, if 1C also, if you want to can add it here, no problem. Instance type requirement. So these are the minimum configuration. If you are anything override launch template, you can click here and you can modify. Okay.
So one second.
Yeah.
Can I ask? This instant is created in the Mumbai zone, correct?
Mumbai is
This
not a
this
zone,
template.
Mumbai region.
Mumbai region, right?
Mm.
And here you have selected AP South 1A, 1B, and 1C.
That is availability zones, data centers in
data center
Mumbai location.
in Mumbai zone. Okay. Fine.
Not Mumbai zone, Mumbai region.
Okay, Mumbai region. Okay.
Mumbai region. Inside that, we have 3 availability zones, means data centers.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
That we will be connecting with the subnets, networking level.
Got it.
Got it? Perfect. So now can reset back. Everything same. Next. Now it will ask, hey, are you creating this particular configurations with load balancer, without load balancer? Without load balancer is very simple step, but I need a load balancer. So now when you're creating a load balancer, if any load balancer is already available, or maybe you want to create a new one, I will create a new one. So when you're creating a load balancer, the 2 types of load balancers are there. One is application load balancer, another one is a network load balancer. Now, what is the concept we are doing now? Web application. So that means application load balancer. Load balancer name is ASG job entry web app 1. It's internal or external facing? Internet facing. Same regions, same region, same network, same availability zones I need to select in the load balancer also. Port number is 80 and health checks. Health checks are very, very important. So based on the health checks only, monitor the server performance. Then the connections need to be handled or maybe need to bypass to the other server. Now here, additional settings, the monitoring. If you are selecting this, the server health checks, everything will be, we can check from the CloudWatch console once you select this. Next, and one more required field is missing information. I have the invalid value. What is invalid value? Yes. Hey, you are configuring the port number 80. So what is a target group? So right now, do you have any target group is there for instances? No. Create a target group. What's the target group name? ASG job entry web app. Now I'm going to click on next. Now it will ask, hey, what is the desired capacity? What is the minimum capacity? What's your maximum capacity? Suppose example minimum is 1, desired capacity is 2, maximum capacity I'll set a 6. Okay. Now it will ask that scaling policies, scaling scale out policy. Now you can configure target policy. So based on that, the server will get increase automatically in the scaling protection. So now if the CPU utilization, or maybe target count of the application load balancer, basically network bytes in and out, you can set the load, how much they can carry. Suppose in the CPU utilization, maximum 75% if it is looks good, so I don't have any problem. If cross the 75%, the server will be reaching to 75 to 100%. That may chances of server become hung. So immediately it will ask to create a scaling. It will ask to scale. That means you can increase the server based on this load. The maximum load is 6 hours you can create. Then click on next. Notification. When scale in, scale out, you need any notification and all, you can select that. Otherwise, you can skip this. Skip to review. Next. Tags. If you want, you can provide the tags. This is the final option. This is a final option. This is a final option. So before I'm click create a auto scaling group, I'll be show you in the EC2 console. Do you have any load balancer? No. I think just now created. ALB job entry. Market group. I think this is a old one. This is a old one. Let me delete this.
Sir,
Yes, please.
if you want to attach the load balancer to our project, the bill will be generated or not?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you end of the session. Huh?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So right now, no load balances, no target group. So now we can click create auto scaling group. An auto scaling group is creating. So now we can check this. AIG job entry web app is provisioning. Target group is provisioning. So, and same way, you can check the instance. Two instances are terminated, right? And one instance is creating. What is the minimum count? 1. What is the desired count? 2. What is the maximum count? 6. So now slowly server will get created. Slowly server will get created. So now here the auto scaling group, the minimum is 1, desired is 2, maximum 6. So when it will create maximum 6 if you put more load. So guys, I'll give you the link. I'll give you the link. Okay. So everybody wants accessing. Okay. Everybody, if you're giving accessing, then so we can increase the number of servers. If you're not accessing, it cannot possible. Okay. Hey, can you please turn off your camera? Thank you.
So it says thus minimum is 1, desire is 2. If you go to the EC2 instance, I see 2 created.
Because of
2.
load is desired value, right? If there is no load means it will take some time, then it will delete it. Okay.
Okay. So it will first take the desired value, then
First take a minimum value, then decide. Then after that, they'll maintain minimum value.
okay, okay.
Yeah. So now you can see this auto scaling group. Yeah. And this auto scaling group successfully desired capacity. 2 servers are created. Now we can go to the load balancer. Now this is a load balancer address. Now this is a load balancer address. Now I can put here and we can check this. Application is working fine. Application is working fine. So what we can do, guys, you know MS Teams Excel, MS Teams Excel. So in that Excel, I'll put this particular link, this particular link. Can you please put the, can you please go to MS Teams links yesterday I given, right, in the WhatsApp group? Can you please click on this link and you can access this page? You can put more hits, then it will increase the server count. Okay, if increasing the server count, that will be great. If you put more connection, definitely it will create one server will increase. Otherwise, we don't have any other option if you're giving more load. Okay, so can try that, everybody. Now we are 13 people are there. With 13 people, if you keep on trying from the website, it can maybe create one or two servers extra. Huh? Can you please refresh? Are you able to access the page?
No, sir.
Can you please check that? Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams Excel I provided, right? You have updated this information.
Yeah.
So can please
Okay.
go and you can check this link. Copy the link and you can paste it on the browser and you can check that. Put more load. Guys, are you accessing the page?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Sir.
Give more hits, please. Otherwise, I'll put 35%. 30%. I'll put the CPU utilization.
Yep, better to the.
So I'm giving a least value. That's not correct, but okay. If you're not giving more hits, right, how the servers will get increase?
Sir, in the
Now
same
make
browser, we can
75%.
give multiple. We can give multiple URLs, sir.
Multiple?
Sir, in the same browser, so multiple browsers are there, no, sir. We can put
Yeah,
the
you
same
can do
URL
that.
in the.
You can do that. You can do that.
Yeah, I did, sir. Already 7, 8. I did. if everyone can do this means you can
Everybody, we
proceed
need
with
to put more
utilization.
connections.
Yes,
Then
sir.
only we will get increasing the number of servers. You can continuously give the hits. Next 2 to 3 minutes continuously. You can please provide that. Let's see whether it will be creating or not. Hmm. Otherwise, I'll do another thing like I'm going to access the server directly. I'll open browser, some YouTube videos I'll play. Okay. So I'm going to make it a busy server.
What's this application you are using for RDP?
Sorry?
What is this application that you are using for RDP?
Remote Desktop Connection Manager. Microsoft product.
It's a license version, like, or you can get it a free version.
Free.
Free version. Okay.
Yeah. I'm making turn off the internet and security configurations. Then I'll open the Internet Explorer. YouTube will not playing in the Internet Explorer, so because it's an old one. That's why I'm installing Chrome and I'll play the YouTube video. Now can check the task manager performance of the server. What is the utilization of the CPU? 100% is continuously. Continuously it's 100%. So probably maybe the servers will get created here. Meanwhile, second server also, I'm going to server manager. Like local server. Let me turn off the internet enhanced security configuration. Yeah, done. So here in the first server, everything is ready now. Let's play something, the video. I'll make a duplicate videos. Make it busiest server in this group. Now we can check this. Ah, perfect, guys. See, 6 instances are created. Wonderful lab. 6 servers are created. Are you clear? Hello. It's creating or not?
Yes, sir. Great.
Yes, it's
So we
creating.
create giving the more load on the server, it will create it. See. So this is called auto scaling. Okay. So I'm very happy. So because of all 6 servers are created today.
Yeah, it's too good.
Mm. So now can start with your questions. No questions, right?
There's
What
a
is
small
the tomorrow's topic?
Tomorrow. So tomorrow topic. No topic. I'm planning to take some rest. So
Okay,
let me
okay.
stop the record and
Sir,
1 minute. 1 minute. So any questions here? So because of this topic is very important. So anything is there?
sir, sir. Now
Yeah.
we are creating maximum number of instances by using auto scaling. So our
Mhm.
CPU utilization is below the 35
Not below,
percentage.
above.
If
Once it is crossed the
utilization,
whatever given, it will create number of servers. It will create number of servers.
ఓకే సార్. ఇప్పుడు మనం ఏంటంటే స్కేల్ డౌన్ చేయాలి సార్. ఆటోమేటిక్ గా సర్వర్స్ అనేవి షట్
Scale
డౌన్
down
అవ్వాలి.
చేయాలంటే ఏం పని చేయకూడదు. You should not touch anything. You can leave it is. It is slowly down. Okay. So
ఓకే సార్. ఓకే.
now already I have connected here and I'm running, right? Do not do anything. So
The
I should
utilization of
close
the
this.
CPU is below the 35%. So the instances are turn on.
Slowly down. Delete
Okay.
it. Slowly
Okay.
delete.
Okay.
Ah.
What about bill generated to these services?
Instantly, how many minutes are the servers are run? Based on the instance type, the bill will get generated. Okay.
So now we are using a free tier.
So free tier
what
also, that's
about
what I'm telling. Storage, network, CPU, everything will count.
okay?
Hmm?
Okay, we are creating the load balancer.
This is a
and
very small operating system, small configuration, 1 GB RAM, 1 CPU. Nowadays, 1 GB RAM, 1 CPU is very, very small. Okay. So
Okay.
definitely it will always touch us to 100 CPU, 60, 50, like that. Okay.
అంటే నా క్వశ్చన్ ఏంటంటే సార్ ఇప్పుడు లోడ్ బ్యాలెన్స్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తాం కదా ఇప్పుడు దాన్ని టర్న్ ఆఫ్ చేయడం వదిలేస్తే మనకి ఏమైనా బిల్ జనరేట్ అవుద్దా బ్యాక్ ఎండ్ లో?
అలాగే ఉంచేస్తే జనరేట్ అవుతుంది, మీకు బిల్ జనరేట్ అవుతుంది. సరేనా? అండ్ మీ ప్రాస్పెక్ట్ లో అడుగుతున్నారా, రియల్ టైమ్ ప్రాస్పెక్ట్ లో అడుగుతున్నారా జానీ?
దానికి ఫ్రీ టైర్ లేదు.
పర్లేదు, నేను అడుగుతున్న క్వశ్చన్ ఏంటంటే మీ క్వశ్చన్ మీరు పర్సనల్ ల్యాబ్ గురించి ఆ క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుతున్నారా లేకపోతే రియల్ టైమ్ లో గురించి అడుగుతున్నారా అంటున్నా.
పర్సనల్ ల్యాబ్ గురించి.
పర్సనల్ ల్యాబ్ అయితే మీరు జస్ట్ చెక్ చేసేసి మళ్ళీ డిలీట్ చేసేయడమే. డిలీట్ చేయడం ఎలా చూపిస్తాను ఇప్పుడు. ఐ షో యూ హౌ టు డిలీట్ ఇట్. So how to delete, I'll show you. If the machines are all are power on, right? Now it's working fine. So if you want that, go to auto scaling. Open the auto scaling. Edit this capacity. 0, 0, 0. Update it. Once you update, go back to the instances. It will slowly terminate. Please wait. In this auto scaling group, updating the capacity. Okay. So right now instances are 6. Go to the target group. In this target group, all 6 instances are available. Slowly, it will remove from this target group. But you need to wait for some time. Then we will do the small change, auto scaling group, right? I'm opening the auto scaling group and modifying that. Desired capacity will be 1, minimum will be 1, and maximum I'll set to 2. Okay, then we'll see. So whether it'll update or not. Okay, please wait. I'm suspecting maybe the problem with the load, maybe huge load is there. So one of the reason it gets stuck. Okay. So suspecting that there is a problem with so some issue in the known issue in the auto scaling group stuck in the updating policy. So we can follow this. Okay. Guys, there's some known issue is there. Upon updating the desired minimum maximum capacity, I have got auto scaling group stuck in the updating capacity state. It has been in that condition for the 30 minutes. The no activity history indicating anything the place. There is no life cycle hooks associated with the auto scaling group so and so location. Okay. So this is some answers they provided. Okay. And now maybe which answer is suitable for that. Okay. Such kind of issues, you can directly contact the AWS technical team. They can handle it. Okay. One of the good thing, you can add this into the weird issue in your environment. So we can update that. My suggestion, I want to wait for at least 20 more minutes. If this instance is updated, that's well and good. Otherwise, we need to delete the auto scaling group. Okay. Any more questions? Any more questions, please? Probably this will also, I will edit. CPU utilization is 95%. I will update here. I'll wait for another 2 minutes. If it is not updating, then we can delete. So there is a known issue was updating in the Google also. That was updated in the any kind of articles. You can check that. Let me terminate this one instance for testing purpose. Suppose my testing is very simple. The target capacity, previous target capacity is the maximum capacity is 6. So right now 6 machines are running. I have modified the auto scaling policy. So 112, but that was not updated. If the old configuration is updating still on the Amazon Web Services, even after deleting, it will create one more instance again. Okay, so this is a small testing. Yeah, it's terminated successfully. Now total 5 instances are currently running now. So parallelly, we need to check that auto scaling group 6 instance only showing here. This is a wrong information. Maybe it's a bug. Okay, maybe it is a bug. So ఇది ప్రాబ్లం అండి. So మనకైతే ఇక్కడ అప్డేట్ కావట్లేదు. So they will take care of it. If you raise a ticket with Amazon Web Services, they will clear from the backend. We don't have any other options. Even I'm also first time facing this issue, honestly. So I didn't any much experience here. See, why it is showing.
From
Huh?
where we can raise a ticket?
You can raise a ticket.
From here, okay, directly, okay.
You can raise a ticket. Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm going to refresh all the servers which are running now. Going to terminate. So now all machines are terminating now. If I terminated all the missions, if you wait for 2 minutes, if the 2 missions are created, at least one mission is created, auto scaling is working fine. Otherwise, it is a bug. This is some issue in the backend. Okay. "503 service unavailable" message. I need to get it. That's my expectation. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, perfect. 5004 gateway timeout. And wait for another 2 minutes. Whether the instances will create or not, we'll see that. All missions are terminated now. See guys, no missions are created. No problem. The problem with the auto scaling only. So what we need to do, select the auto scaling, and finally you can delete here. So once it is deleted, so we don't have any updates here. So it is taking update very late. Okay. So any other questions? So thank you all. We'll see you in the next week.